The term soulmate was widespread, but the term twin flame has started to appear in the collective consciousness in recent years. The reason for this is that the number of twin flames has increased in the current period, and more of them are incarnating at this time. Since a twin flame relationship is a powerful one, it has the potential to be either constructive or destructive. For this reason, in the past, one of the twin flames would incarnate while the other would not, acting as a guide for their twin. This was because the relationship is so strong that if both were incarnated in the same lifetime, the potential for destruction would be high. However, at present, due to the change in energy on Earth and the evolution of our consciousness, we have become more open to the idea of twin flames incarnating at the same time. The relationship can be either constructive or destructive, depending on how it is perceived and managed. The difference between a soulmate relationship and a twin flame relationship is that a soulmate relationship is a strong emotional connection between two people. Your soulmate could be your life partner with whom you build a strong bond, create a family, and share mutual support. On the other hand, a twin flame relationship is more intense in its nature because twin flames are the same soul split into two bodies. When a person meets their twin flame, it is like meeting oneself in another body. Additionally, a twin flame relationship is unconventional and faces great challenges. When you meet your twin flame, do not expect to settle down, build a traditional life, or adhere to societal standards of relationships. One of the goals of a twin flame relationship is to create a new model for relationships. When twin flames successfully unite, they present a different perception of relationships to those around them because it is an unconventional relationship. When you search for a definition of twin flame, you will find that each spiritual teacher describes this relationship based on their personal experience. Most of them define a twin flame as your other self possessing the same energy blueprint as you but in another body. It is not your other half, as it was initially thought. But it is yourself in another person's body, and it is your divine counterpart. That's why it acts as a mirror for you. The spiritual teacher and author Elizabeth Clare said in her book, Soulmates and Twin Flames, that twin flames come from the same white fire, which is oval in shape. Initially, when the Big Bang occurred and the source energy exploded outward in all directions, the first separation from the source happened, which we experienced as individual spirits or streams of consciousness. After the separation from the source, this oval shape was formed, which we see in the Taoist symbol of yin and yang, representing feminine and masculine energies. The symbol contains something and its opposite because they must exist together. After the white oval fire separates from the source, it splits into two streams of consciousness. These two streams share the same energy blueprint, and each carries a different polarity. One carries feminine energy, and the other carries masculine energy. Both continue their journey away from the source into the material universe to experience life. Each stream begins to transition through different lives and live various experiences. Sometimes these streams of consciousness meet, but in reality, twin flames do not meet as often as we think, whereas soulmates have encountered each other more frequently in past lives. This is why there is a sense of familiarity when a person meets their twin flame, because their union was the closest thing to the source when they separated from it. The feeling between them is the closest to what we feel toward the source. Now, let's talk about the reasons for the intensity and difficulty of this relationship. The first thing we found is that when you meet your twin flame, you are actually meeting your other self, as if you are looking at yourself in another body or looking in the mirror, even if you are not aware of it on a conscious level. The second reason is that when you meet your twin, your energy fields and chakras start to merge with theirs. This doesn't mean that your chakras lose their independence. However, what is meant is that when the chakras merge, they start functioning as a unit instead of separate entities. This leads to the activation of certain chakras that no one other than your twin flame can activate. Sometimes the merging of energies begins even before a person meets their twin flame. There are many stories of twin flames meeting their twin in dreams before meeting them in reality. The process of energetic activation occurs differently for each twin flame relationship. When the energetic merging happens without the knowledge of either party, it triggers spiritual awakening and a rush for spiritual evolution. Consequently, all the things that need healing in both parties start to surface. Because your twin flame is your mirror, they will reflect these things to you. including the things you dislike about yourself, childhood traumas, and past wounds. This can be a very painful part of the twin flame relationship. Most of the time, twin flames choose to incarnate into biological families with many ancestral wounds. This is because their energy systems can handle large amounts of energy, allowing them to transform dense energies such as ancestral wounds and old patterns within themselves into unconditional love energy. They help to transmute all the undesirable energies that have existed on Earth for a long time. When a twin flame incarnates, their childhood is often challenging, and they experience layers of old patterns and ancestral wounds, either from their own experiences or from ancestral wounds. When they meet their twin flame, who also has layers of wounds, the relationship initially feels wonderful with a sense of familiarity and unconditional love. However, it later becomes difficult because of all the things that need healing and purification for them to reach the next stage of their mission on Earth. What often happens is that one of them awakens, usually the twin carrying the feminine energy, while the twin carrying the masculine energy runs away from the relationship. Separation occurs when the wounds start to surface, and they are not ready to maintain the union or do not know how to heal themselves without going through a complete separation. Until the twins learn how to heal their wounds, the relationship remains difficult and complicated. Union with a twin flame requires spiritual work to maintain the relationship, and the more they raise their consciousness and spiritually evolve, the easier the twin flame relationship becomes. Twin flames go through several stages before they reach union. In spiritual teachings, it is said that there are about 8 stages. However, since twin flame stories vary, we will talk about the 2 main stages in the twin flame journey, as not all stages apply to all twin flame stories. The first stage is the runner and chaser stage. The common story of twin flames in the collective consciousness is that the twin carrying the masculine energy runs away from the relationship, which prompts the twin carrying the feminine energy to chase them. However, the spiritual teacher Christina Lopes, with whom I agree, believes that the terms runner and chaser are inaccurate. There is no runner and chaser, but rather a mutual energy repulsion. And their separation is often a protective mechanism brought about by the higher self and spiritual guides, because there is a potential for destruction if both are not emotionally and spiritually mature and unable to resolve the wounds they reflect to each other. When they are unable to harmonize, the repulsion between them increases, and it can even lead to one of them becoming physically ill. Because the energy of this relationship is so powerful, the twins are guided by higher beings and their higher selves, who begin to shift and alter the energetic alignments within the relationship, causing repulsion between the two. At that time, the twins have no choice but to surrender to the separation phase, as it happens for protection, and there is nothing they can do but stop chasing and start healing. The second stage is the execution of the mission, which is the mission the twins agreed to carry out before incarnating on Earth. It is often the case that the twin carrying the masculine energy activates the mission already present within the twin carrying the feminine energy. Each twin carries symbols that represent the map for their mission, knowing that each of them has an individual mission. Together they create a third energy in their union, which is a great energy with its mission to change the world. The twins must understand that the purpose of their relationship is to serve the Earth, not to have a traditional relationship for building a family. Every person has a twin flame, but it is rare for both to choose to incarnate in the same lifetime together. If you are in a twin flame relationship, know that you are a light worker and that your consciousness is evolved enough to accomplish your mission. Your energetic system contains light codes, and your role is to anchor these codes on Earth and eliminate old patterns and templates. If you are in the separation phase, remember that you have an individual mission, and your goal is to fulfill your mission on Earth, which is to serve others. The twin flame relationship is just one aspect of the purpose of your existence in a twin flame connection. And if you are wondering whether you are destined to unite with your twin flame or not, know that you and your twin chose to incarnate to fulfill a mission together on Earth. The vast majority of twins incarnate with the purpose of union, but this is a choice made by their souls before incarnating on Earth. The soul plans before incarnation, but not all plans come to fruition, because the rule in the reality of time and space is not to violate free will. When the twins incarnate, they face all the wounds and social and cultural patterns. The true desires of their souls may become buried and unclear. When the twins meet, If they are unable to break free from old patterns, heal their wounds, and resolve all the issues that caused their separation, one or both of them may choose to leave the relationship, and at that point, free will must be respected. You must learn non-attachment for any future relationship to succeed. Remind yourself that you are a sacred, independent being with great strength. Currently, there is significant evolution in collective consciousness. In the past, the masculine energy would run away from the relationship, and the feminine energy would wait for years for his return. However, there has been a shift in energy. The masculine energy has started to go through its awakening, and the feminine energy has reached its strength. The feminine now focuses on her mission and refuses to wait years for her twin to awaken to their shared mission. There is no obligation to wait for your twin flame if you feel you no longer want to wait. If your heart feels like waiting, the right way to wait is to keep your heart open to your twin, while at the same time living your life to the fullest, maximizing your potential, and achieving your dreams and goals. The question that arises here is, how do you know if you are in a twin flame relationship or not? The truth is that no one can answer that question. You are the only one who can answer this question because you have a compass in your heart that guides you to know the truth. If you are in a twin flame relationship, this means you are spiritually evolved and your intuition is strong. So trust your inner guidance and your heart, because the information you try to get from outside yourself will cause you great pain and weaken you. One of the common things in a twin flame relationship is the desire to help your twin heal. But you have to honestly ask yourself, do you want to help your twin heal so they can be happy, whether with you or someone else? Or is it so they come back to you and there's no more separation? If your motivation is to help them heal so they can be with you, it doesn't mean you are selfish or a bad person, but it does mean you have wounds of your own. So instead of focusing on healing your twin, the priority should be on healing your own wounds. The root of all wounds we experience in life is not knowing who we are and feeling disconnected from the source or the creator. When you heal yourself, you also help your twin heal. Everything you do to help yourself also helps your twin. When you reach the point where you genuinely want your twin to be healed from their wounds and to be happy, whether with you or someone else, you have reached unconditional love. And that is the essence of the twin flame mission, to eliminate anything that is conditional and to establish unconditional love on earth. Thank you for joining us today on Bedtime Awake. Remember, the journey of the twin flame is not just about union with another, but also about self-discovery, healing, and embracing unconditional love. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more insights on spiritual awakening and conscious living.